Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Six Report. Today, I'm joined with Brian Hollett, President and CEO of Hemlo Explorers, to discuss their recent press release. So, Brian, thank you for coming on the program. And Hemlo Explorers received exploration permits for Project Idaho. Why don't you start by telling the audience where is your project and what are you exploring for?
Our project is located near Marathon, Ontario. We are right beside Generation Mining's project in development that's looking for palladium and copper. And we're also about 20 kilometers away from Hemlo, the Hemlo gold mine, the very famous Hemlo gold mine that has produced over 22 million ounces of gold since 1986.
Thank you for that. And your team conducted some exploration work of yourself, right, on the project in 2022. Can you summarize that? And based on last year's work, what is your strategy for your phase one drill program this year?
Okay, last year we did a lot of groundwork, really laid the foundation of a good drill program for 2023. So we spent about 3 months in the field, and we did a number of rock samples. We did a number of soil samples, like a whole grid over the western boundary of it. We were exploring particularly near Generation Mining's pits and along the Pick River. We also did some mapping. We also flew a full 311 line kilometer VTEM survey over the whole set of claims, which is about 1,350 hectares. And when we interpreted that later on, we also incorporated LiDAR data to give us a full sense of what the ground looks like where we're going to be exploring this year. After we completed all that, we did what's known as inversions on our VTEM data using a world-renowned geophysicist named Alan King, and he gave us a real look at some potential targets down below, and using modern software, we're able to target very accurately target our drills to go into the Maxwell plates that are there to be drilled. So that's what we're setting up for this year.
And are you thinking this is going to be a two-phase drill program, or what are your thoughts for
2023? We have a couple of major goals. Now, our number one goal is to drill off our best targets on the western boundary of Project Idaho near Generation Mining. So we've got about up to 2,000 meters that we drilled on there. Average hole depth will be 200 to 300 meters. And that's scheduled to begin sometime in July. Because it's helicopter supported, we're also going to use the same helicopters to explore the western boundary of our property, which gave some interesting mag highs from our VTEM survey. So we'll fly men into there and have them do soil sampling and rock sampling and prospecting.
And you also have the PIC project. Is that the right name? PIC project, which is in the same district, correct? Do you have any plans for that project in 2023?
Well, in 2022, we optioned that property to Barrick. It's about 17,000 hectares. So we're leaving Barrick to explore that property this year. So they have an option with us where they have to spend roughly $1 million a year. They've already exceeded that budget in the first 6 months of the year, and they plan to drill up to 4,000 meters this summer on the PIC project, as well as do a number of other sampling and analysis on everything there. They are very excited to get to work there. We were just in discussions with them today about where they're going next.
And when I was doing some research for this interview, I was looking at your corporate deck, and I noticed that Barrick actually owns 5% of Hemlo Explorers, correct? How did they acquire that?
Barrick, when we did the deal with them, they did a private placement into Hemlo at the same time we did the deal, and they bought 5% of the company at that time. So they are a good shareholder. You know, we have a couple of other major shareholders, if you look at our deck, you'll see that Northfield Capital owns about 30% of the company. They were a founding shareholder of this company, have been supportive for going on 13 years now, I think. We've gone through a few name changes over the years. We also have a couple of big shareholders out of Lead Jones Gable, and the McKinnon family, the founders of this company, probably own a good percentage of it.
Perfect. So where can people go to learn more, Brian?
They can go to our website at hemloexplorers.ca, and they can call me anytime they want. My number's on the front of the contact page, so I'm
Thank
easy
you so
to
much.
find. Please
Yeah.
reach out to me. Any press release will have my personal cell phone in it, and I can be reached at any time. And with respect to our permit, I'd also like to give a bit of a shout out to our local First Nations that, I always get this name wrong, but Big Tagong Nishnabeg were very supportive in terms of helping us move this through the permitting process in Ontario.
Excellent to hear. Perfect, Brian. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Kyle.